It appears as though the apocalypse is upon us. And because of this, you might be working from home. And though you may be one of the fortunate ones, those who are able to work from the comfort of their living room, all of us have nonetheless been dealt a challenge. Despite this, perhaps there are some things we can do to maintain some sense of normalcy during this unique and surreal moment in time. Chapter 1. Maintain a routine. One of the best things we can do to help stay balanced is to create a routine that encourages good habits. For me, I start by getting up at the same time I would as if I were going into the office. I make my bed, take a shower, put on work-appropriate clothes, and eat breakfast. This particular morning, I'm having peanut butter and honey on a lightly toasted ciabatta roll, 2 cuties, and a cup of coffee, in a mug, with a cat on. As humans are creatures of habit, keeping a routine helps me stay productive, healthy, and focused. And the more I practice this form of self-discipline, the easier it becomes to stay committed to the process. Chapter 2. Set up a workstation. Often, to keep my mind stimulated, and for a change of scenery, I work in different places around my home. While this is okay, I also believe it's a good idea to have a dedicated workstation. My situation is as follows. I have my laptop and an external monitor, which gives me a bigger viewing area and a larger palette to work with. I have a wireless mouse, which makes it easier to click on things, and a pair of wireless headphones that help me block out the outside world and prevent me from becoming tangled on household objects. Finally, I add some personal accoutrements. This gives the space a comfortable and welcoming feeling. This setup can easily be transformed into a standing desk with just 20 or 30 books and a couple portable filing boxes. Having a dedicated space for work helps me stay organized. It also gives me a place to leave my work at the end of the day. Chapter 3. Eat lunch at a regular time. Just as with our morning routine, eating lunch at a regular time each day helps us keep a schedule. If 3 o'clock rolls around and you suddenly find yourself angry, it might be because you haven't eaten yet. Take time to take care of yourself and give yourself a midday break. For lunch today, we're having reheated stew with a diet ginger ale over crushed ice. Chapter 4. Stay hydrated. Chapter 5. Communicate clearly and provide context. As emails, pings, and VCs become our primary means of communication, make sure to provide enough context on the work you discuss. When you have a meeting, make sure to turn your camera on. Visual communication is just as important as auditory. It also may help you feel more connected to your colleagues. Finally, when in doubt, don't hesitate to over-communicate. Chapter 6. Take walks. It's a good idea to take 1, if not 2 walks per day. Studies have shown that walks are good for your heart, increase endorphin levels, and may help stave off cabin fever. Here's a quick montage of some of our past walks. Chapter 7. homemade iced coffee. If you're anything like me, you love Starbucks. And if your neighborhood is anything like mine, Starbucks is closed. But there's no need to panic, because I have an iced coffee hack that I'm going to share with you. To start, the first thing I do after I finish my morning coffee is collect the leftovers. Just for a laugh, I keep it in a martini shaker. Once I've collected every last drop, I put the lid on and I stick it in the fridge. Later in the afternoon, when I want a cold, refreshing caffeine fix, all I have to do is follow this formula. First I get a glass, and then I retrieve the martini shaker from the refrigerator. Next I measure out some cream, in my case half and half. I add crushed ice and 1 packet of artificial sweetener, in my case, off-brand Splenda. I give it a quick shake, and voila, iced coffee. Delicious. What the hell are the neighbors getting up to? Chapter 8, the final chapter. As evening sets upon us, and the lights in our neighborhood begin to turn on, it's important to take a moment to pat yourself on the back for making it through another day. Don't worry if you weren't able to try all of my recommendations, because at least for the foreseeable future, you should have plenty of time to chip away at this helpful list. I wish I had more tips and tricks to share with you, but there's absolutely nothing else I have to offer. So with that, I shall sign off with a good night and good luck.